Peace, gods. What up? I could only hope that everybody is adjusting to the new year appropriately, which just began last month, by the way. If you're talking spirituality, if you're talking metaphysics, if you're talking astrology, Aries is the first sign in the chart. So we are just getting warmed up, and we just are entering into the new solar cycle. With that being said, it's time to release and cleanse all of the shit and all of the baggage from 2020. If you're moving into this solar cycle with the same energies, you're already putting yourself at a loss. Alright, so what I'm talking about here is energetic and spiritual spring cleaning. Alright, how do we do that? Well, one thing is going to be letting go of old shit, old patterns, old beliefs, anything that you notice in your life or in your circle that's draining you, that's holding you down, that's keeping you stuck in the same place, and that is a recurring pattern or recurring cycle. Those are the things that we want to start moving out and we want to start eliminating. Some of the most practical ways to do it is definitely focused meditation, exercising. When we meditate and we focus on what we want to do throughout that meditation, you want to focus on releasing old energies or stuck energies. Give that energy an image, give that energy a color, give that energy a space, and remove it and feel it and push it out of your system. Another thing, just strategically changing up patterns. If you know that you are waking up and you're doing the same thing and this thing doesn't necessarily prepare you for the way or get you spiritually sound, remove it. All right, just changing one thing or one pattern is going to do a lot for you if we continue to do that every day. You may you may decide to start walking a mile a day, but later on, that 1 mile that you walk, if you walk that mile every day or every other day or whatever the case is, if you do it every day, that's 365 miles a year or throughout that year that you've walked. What that does for your body, your brain, your mind, your mentality. Maybe exercising could also be another way to clear this particular energy out. Um, but obviously the nitty gritty or really getting down into it is getting into your sacred spaces or getting into hyperspaces, getting into astral spaces, and using that motif or using your mind to clear these things out. And if you've been or if you listen to my channel, I'm a big proponent of sacred medicines. I Ayahuasca is a big one. You know, go on a retreat, go somewhere with a shaman, and allow that shaman to help you remove that energy through a sacred ceremony. Now, when you're in these ceremonies and you get into this space, you're not where you typically are. You're in a hyper state or you're in a more vigilant state. So if you're in these hyper states, you're able to do a lot more than from your human or your base standpoint. When you're in your God form and your true form, it's a lot easier. Well, I wouldn't say easier, uh, but it's a lot more direct and a lot more exact to push these things out. So sacred medicines is probably the most potent way that you're going to release and remove all of these things out. And once you begin to open up energetic space. You can allow new things in. Sacred medicines are also going to help with your chakra system. You know, your chakras need to be aligned. They need to be balanced. They need to be centered. And then they also need to be strengthened. And your aura needs to be strengthened. You know, it's a lot going on behind the scenes and shit in the main scene, in the center stage. If y'all can't, if you know, if y'all not actually paying attention to what's going on the world stage, there's a lot of changes, and most of these changes and most of these shifts are coming from people like you, or beings or gods like you, that are using your mind to change it and to shift it in your image. So what's the next phase of that? All right, how long have you been in the same stage doing the same things? All right, what do you have to do to level up and get to that next stage? What does that next stage look like? Have you even thought about it? Right? And the shift and the changes is not always easy. Switching up your routine is not easy. You know, drinking ayahuasca alone, not even talking about the ceremony, is not easy. So, what challenges are you putting in front of yourself? What challenges are you facing? What discomfort are you going to put your human through? Because you're God, you're just using this body as an experience to level up. Again, this whole experience here, and each and every one is a transformation, right? Is one big hamikami, all right? Is one big level up. You're powering up through this whole experience. So how are you going to use your God mind, your higher self, even your lower self, to transform through this experience? Think about that. All right, and clear that energy out so that you can allow new things to get in. There's blessings literally sitting on top of your head and just waiting to go in, but you don't have the space yet. You still got that baggage from last year. Shit, hell, some of y'all may have that baggage from 10 years ago, from childhood trauma. What things have we not been able to touch yet? What's beneath that surface? Alright, so you need to do the work yourself so that you can get the way you need to be. If not, get some help, get some assistance. Look for some local churches that may do ceremonies and help you cleanse out anything at this point, because you don't want to get stuck where a lot of people are going to get stuck, and that's in the lower realm, or in the old world. You know, it once upon a time, you know, America was the new world. This is the old world now. And those of us who've been putting in the work, we're elevating to the new level of the new world, and that feels uncomfortable. It's going to feel shaky for a while. You know, you may wake up and your mind may feel a little foggy, or you may still feel sleepy, or whatever the case is. That's the shift. Be a part of that shift and level up. I know that y'all can do it. So this is me signing off. I had a bunch of blessings to everybody, peace to everybody. If anybody needs help or assistance with seeking the tools or the people to help guide you through certain ceremonies, or to gain or obtain sacred medicines, and you want to go through the ceremonies yourself, that's an option too. Alright, but people usually think you got to get to Peru or some far off place and spend a ton of money. That's definitely not the case. Alright, that's definitely not the case. It's probably somebody local. Well, like I said, I can help you get that information that you need. Alright, other than that, peace. Alright, if y'all did enjoy the video, or you found some kind of insight or information from it, or it's helping you right now, press the like, subscribe, and let me know. Alright, thanks. Y'all have a good one.